Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're just now hopping on, thank you for clicking on this video. But today we are back with a part 3 for my hazbinhotel redesign AI adoptable series, because all of these AI adopts are specifically labeled as hazbinhotel AI generated adoptables. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, now let's begin this segment where I tell you why I believe this AI adopt is AI, despite the fact that it was literally marketed as AI generated, but that's besides the point. Yeah, let's look. First off, where the hell is that third arm coming from? And also with the actual arm that is connected to actual clothing and doesn't come out of the hair, there's no hand there. There is no hand. And then we have random star features on the side that aren't included on the side profile thingies. Also, if you look at the text, it just makes absolutely no sense. So yeah, the flowers that are included aside from like the main flower on the head isn't included on the main part of the reference. So yeah, the features are a little blurred and they don't really stay that consistent. So you know, that's essentially why I believe that this particular piece of AI generated art is AI generated and not just stolen and marketed that way. That, or at least, I don't even think that this is a artwork that was run through AI. I believe wholeheartedly that this is fully AI generated. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys how much these AI adopts run for. Tell me why it's $10 fucking dollars! Why is it $10? Like, dude, what? $10? That's fucking stupid. Considering this person literally just put in a prompt and then bam, they got this, which by the way doesn't even look good. I mean, what the fuck is that? What is that? Like, bro, the design isn't even consistent. Why are we charging $10? It's a scam. What? Alrighty, now we're moving on to like backstory, you know, who is this character? And throughout the entirety of, you know, me drawing this, I didn't really know. Which I guess is a good thing, because either way this character is going to end up being a background character, like when it, like, essentially like background warrior cats characters. Like, you know how there's like a ridiculous amount of ThunderClan cats and ThunderClan that don't even get speaking roles? Yeah, that's her, essentially. But yeah, no, I think you can tell where I'm going with this just from what you're seeing on screen. She's a cannibal, but I wanted her to be like more so like inspired by the term wolf in sheep's clothing, which is why she has a somewhat wolf-like appearance, but then she's also gonna have legs that are more like sheep-like. You'll see later. But essentially, she's, you know, wolf in sheep's clothing. So let's talk about her life. You know, why is she a cannibal? And I like to think the reason why she works at one of Rosie's cafes, is because she used to work at like a Starbucks or like some sort of cafe. So like, the layout isn't too different. So you know, it's a job that she's used to. But you know, in her life, I think she probably wasn't the most stable person, you know, prone to outbursts. And I think just because, like, the cost of living, she was probably stuck living in her parents' house, and she didn't have her dad around. So I think, like, one day after a fight, with her mom, she simply went to bed, but she couldn't sleep, you know, she just had this feeling. So yeah, she ended up, you know, offing her mom and taking out the parts that she wanted to eat and just simply throwing the rest into their shed in the backyard and you know, she ate her mom. Sorry mom if you're watching this. This was not inspired by any actual thoughts that I may be thinking. It was just completely, this makes sense considering where I'm going with this. So sorry mom if you're watching this. But yeah, no, that's essentially what happened. Her neighbors called the police after, you know, smelling it. And, you know, she tried to run and they ended up having to use lethal force on her. So yeah, that's how she died. She didn't end up going to jail. So yeah, no, that's why she's a cannibal, and I don't think she even hated the taste. Although I don't think that was like what she was worrying about in that moment. I think she was eating her out of spite. So yeah, no. Like, speed forward like a few seconds, you know, she's in hell. I think she probably spawned in Cannibal Town, just like Corvid, except Corvid isn't a cannibal. She just randomly spawned in Cannibal Town. It's also luck based, but essentially, she like walked around for like a solid minute, and then people were like, hey, we don't know you. And then she like found her way to Rosie just by wandering around. And she's like, oh yeah, what the fuck is this place? Where am I? And then Rosie explains all that. So yeah, I think the reason why there's so many cannibals in that designated area and how Rosie is a overlord is because the cannibals have to sell their soul to her. And then they get to live there as long as they abide by dress code standards. And as long as, you know, they pull their weight, all that. And then they get to live in a nice place. So yeah, no, she sold her soul to Rosie. I mean, I'd say, like, if you're a cannibal, she's probably the best people to sell your soul to. So I'm not judging her in any way. But essentially, she started working at one of Rosie's cafes. And yeah, her favorite pastimes is cooking. She also likes, you know, drinking tea outside on her breaks. So yeah, no, she spends most of her day at the cafe, and making sure things are running smoothly for Rosie, and then she, you know, does her work, and then she goes home, goes to bed, and then repeats anew. There's nothing really too much to her. She's actually one of my more tame characters. She doesn't really have very many problems, actually. She's just her. So yeah, that is Jessica. Yes, her name is Jessica. I wanted to, like, since she was born in like the 2000s, I wanted to give her like a normal name, because I don't think most cannibals actually change their names. They kind of keep it the same. So yeah, no, that's Jessica. It's pretty much her. So yeah, I might leave you in silence for a bit, but we'll see. Okay, I'm not leaving you guys in silence. I decided let's develop some world building for you guys, because I realized, hey, you guys don't hear everything that goes on in my brain, so I kind of gotta world build, okay? So that way this stuff makes more sense. But before I get to that, I could just kind of wanted to ask you guys, what do you want to see? Like, do you want me to like make Moon Kitty style videos where instead of like discussing Warrior Cat's lore, I just discuss my OC's lore, and it's like a similar layout to these videos? Do you guys want me to analyze episodes from Hazbinhotel or Hell of a Boss? Do you guys want me to continue this series, but instead just with different fandoms, except I'm not in very many fandoms, so yeah, we're kind of limited to that. But you know, do you guys want me to continue this series? But I mean, eventually I'm gonna have to branch off. So yeah, do you guys want me to do commentary? And by commentary, I just mean like pressing issues in the art community. Do you guys just want speed paints? I know I've done like speed paints in the past and they don't really get very many views. So yeah, do you guys have any recommendations? Is there anything you want to see from me? That's why I just decided I might as well ask like midway through the video. Now on to the world building. Okay. I'm just gonna establish current lore, not like start to finish. It's just more so layout. So I'm just gonna say overlords in my universe. We got Zestial. Oh my god, the V's. None of the V's has changed. It's just Velvet, Vox, and Valentino. We got Carmilla, Rosie, Missy Zilla, that random skull guy thingy-majiggy. And then we have Foxglove, Corvid, and that's pretty much it. There's only 2 overlords that I added to the lineup, and Foxglove isn't a major character in my lore. Foxglove is more so of a side character or supporting character. Corvid is a main character though. Like not main character to like the hotel, but main character to herself. Essentially, she's gonna have her own. I'm planning on writing it, but I might, like, if you guys want it, I will make a summary video, and then eventually I'll just like maybe make mini episodes about her. But again, we'll see. It depends, because I don't want to make anything that no one's gonna see, because then I'll just have done all that work when really people wanted to see something else. So yeah, it's either that or like I write it. I don't know. Okay, so then I'm just gonna discuss relations. Let's start off with Corvid. Corvid is pretty good friends with Rosie, even though she's not a cannibal. She likes to hang out with her. She was introduced to Rosie by Alistair. Corvid died in the 70s, so Alistair was already pretty well off, I guess you can say. So the first overlord she actually had a face-to-face conversation with was Alistair, and you know, the 2 of them were decent friends, okay? They weren't like besties, but yeah. And then we have Foxglove. Her and Carmilla are technically rivals, but she hasn't actually gotten powerful enough to the point where you know, Carmilla would be concerned. She isn't a very big overlord, although I think the only things that she has made is she's more willing to push the boundaries, whereas Carmilla only really makes the guns and stuff like that. She doesn't actually like create things that can be used for literal genocide. But yeah, no, I think she probably invented like actual like gas. I think she probably invented stuff like sinner-friendly cyanide, and what I mean by sinner-friendly is that it works on sinners. You know, she hired people to actually like develop like angelic steel infused cyanide capsules, and then like angelic steel gas and all that, like essentially mixing it in angelic steel powder or something into the fumes. So yeah, no, that's essentially her. That is essentially Foxglove. I'm not gonna really move on to talking about the hotel, because that is like its own completely new thing, because there's several characters that I added to the lineup. If you're confused about who I'm talking to, because I'm probably way too lazy to actually add pictures of these characters onto the screen, go to my toy house, although my toy house isn't very reliable because I haven't like posted all of them yet. That, or go to my art fight. I have all those characters, and at least for most of them I have the necessary information about them. So yeah, no, all of my art fight and like social media information is in my description. So yeah, no, that's just if you want to do more research, that, or you can just leave the names to your imagination. So yeah, now I might leave you in silence. We'll see. It depends on how I shorten the video, because these videos are completely unscripted, which I really need to start scripting, but I am very, like, not good at, like, actually talking when it's scripted. So yeah, no, we'll see. Okay, now that we have reached to the end of this video, I just want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video. It really means a lot to me, and it would mean even more to me. Sorry, I have to say this to make sure that people actually subscribe and stuff like that. Click the subscribe button, if you're really interested in my videos, make sure you tap the bell icon. That, or like if you don't want to subscribe, that's completely fine. Please press the like button or like comment. comment if there's anything specific you want to see from me, and I will try my best to get to it. I just want to say though, I forget the exact date, but there will be 5 days out of the week where I have no access to internet, so there will probably be a delay in my videos, which means plenty of time to get your requests for content out there that are just ideas for me to pick off of when I come back. Have a good day, guys. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Have a good day, and the befores and afters will be popping up on the screen right now.